I know.
I see that already. Nah, I haven't. I'm telling you.
Okay, just a reminder to everybody, we're live now. When we have comment to speak into the mic so that the folks on Zoom and YouTube can hear us. So looks like Shar is out, so Parminder or Nick,
Yes.
you're leading the way, right?
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Good evening,
Everyone,
everyone.
and thanks for joining us. The meeting called to order at 5:38. And the roll call, Richard,
Present.
Ramza,
Here.
Rose Robertson, myself, Reminder,
Here.
Kern, not here, and Shar is not here. Just for the flag salute.
Ready?
Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States.
Very much. And may I get a motion to accept this agenda item presented today?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Anybody opposed?
Sure, absolutely. In the agenda packet, you're gonna see our ending fund balance at $100,000, $779.13. It remains unchanged other than the $1,800 for Advine on 8/31 in August. So that's the only expense that we've had since our last event. So, and it's in the agenda packet.
What's the net change that says negative 5,200?
Net change, negative 5,200. I'll have to check with finance to see what that means. They usually produce this from their software and paste it right into the agenda, so I can connect with
Okay.
them to see where we're at with that.
How about the CalCard charges percent?
For a period of 6/24 to 7/22, CJ, I will definitely connect with finance to see where that charge came from. But that should have been on the last agenda too. Looking at last month, it was on there as well. The only new charge here is the 8/31 from Advine.
Questions from the board? May I get a motion to accept?
I move
to
accept it.
I second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Please moving into the public comment. This is the time for the citizen to address the commission on any issues. Hearing on this agenda, time may be regulated to 5 minutes.
Robertson, 1057 Mill Street. I want to welcome our meeting facilitator, our public information officer, Jose Moreno. What a great asset for the city. He used to be sitting right there and now he's sitting, or he's moved like 12 feet since then. But definitely that's a great happening. Also, I heard from Public Works that there is a clock out at Pioneer Village, a standing clock. It's next to the Unger Theater. And it doesn't work right now, but it could probably be brought back. The other clock that I've seen around here would be in Hanford, and they've got the city of Hanford written on the top. Would just be a nice addition to downtown if the bid might be considering looking at bringing that downtown in the future.
What do you think that we could put them on?
We were thinking right there at High Street and Second, but board member Parminder had a good idea to put it there closer to the old trophy shop, in line with the plans that he's doing for down there with some outdoor seating.
Maybe, that's what, cause that. Possibly if there's room.
How about the old sign that one,
That's what Rose was saying earlier. We're gonna put the sign is for the party chicks.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That sounds good. It's
I think we
somewhere in the
just need to
downtown.
know what it's gonna take for wiring and bring it back to
Yeah.
life and bring it downtown, but I think it'd be important to have a good place for it too.
Yeah.
Can we put them on this agenda item in the future? Mayor?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm hearing is that we want to see the cost of bringing back the Unger Theater clock that's currently sitting at Pioneer Village. I can connect with Public Works to get the status on what that looks like and see how we can bring it back to life. And then at a later meeting, we could discuss where we're going to put it, but the city will definitely look into see what it costs to revitalize that.
How easy is it to get it from there to somewhere else?
Great question.
Like
We don't
who-
know yet. I mean, they had to get it out to Unger Theater,
Yeah.
probably back of a flatbed or something.
Sorry, I meant like, legit red tape.
I'd
Does
say
it- City, it's just the city.
it would be a
approving
city
it? Yeah,
project,
city would
so
just say we can move it.
yeah, it'd be the
Okay.
city doing it.
Okay.
City property.
Where you want it.
Thank you, Mayor. That's a great
Thank you.
idea. Bravo.
Jim Allo, 1701 Dinuba. I have another idea on that clock, because we, doing the walkthrough of some issues and we, with the Public Works. Uh, I was thinking of relocating that clock to actually the Veterans Memorial Plaza. As you drive in, they put it right there. It'd make it pop, you know. Not only do you see the clock, but you'll see the veterans as well. You know, it'll stand out. They'll say, wow. Whenever, because if you put it somewhere in the corner, people drive by, after a while they forget. But when you hit the veterans, you can't help it by looking, visual, and they told me where to see to get this clock fixed. I'm looking into it right now as we speak for you guys. So as we, I don't know what the cost would be, but I'll get back to you guys on this issue. And I'll get back to Jose on that issue. Okay, Jose? All right. Who it is, who takes, because it takes a special person to take care of these clocks. It's not everybody that knows these antique clocks. So I'll reach out to this individual and have him take a look at this clock and see what the cost would be. Thank you.
Do we have a picture of it or anything? I'm looking online. I don't see.
Del Ramirez, Selma, California. Can we also bring the Christmas decorations back to life? Because I was thinking if we could buy new decorations as we are revitalizing downtown Selma, I think it would be a good time to do it now that everything's coming together. And have like the community take a vote on it, here maybe at city council or something, and show different decorations. I think that would be really good. Because yeah, the other ones that we have right now, they're looking, just a little older. And I think something with maybe, I don't know, just either the lights to match the downtown lights, something like that. I think it'll look really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I believe,
From my understanding, it's the chamber that manages the decorations. So that may be a new initiative that the Chamber of Commerce could take on, given their budget.
well, I think, the city's in progress of putting some, last time I heard that they were gonna put in the columns or the poles out there for decoration lights, and we were waiting on the trees to put it in. Yeah, definitely the Christmas lights are coming back, but I believe the city has deals with the going on downtown, so I don't know when that's gonna happen. So,
The mayor?
mayor's probably,
And it's gonna wrap the light.
right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I just do want to clarify that, like, that part is part of the downtown revitalization efforts. What, community member Ramirez is speaking to is probably the decorations that are currently on the poles for the chamber and the wraparound. It's the banners, and there's this wraparound candy cane like thing. I think she's referring to that.
To look into it. Vector, you know? That's a great idea. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Brian Maris, good evening. Staying on the same topic of Christmas, because it's right around the corner. What about the Christmas tree? Because I know, with the Veterans Plaza now, it's growing. I support it 100%, I have nothing against it. But I feel like our tree, I feel like it needs to be moved. Probably in an intersection like Fowler and Keysburg. I hate the comparison, but you know, it looks really nice. You go, when you drive, you go around it. Um, so I was thinking Rose and McCall, but I feel like it's too small. So I would feel it would look better either on Second and McCall or First and I'm sorry, Second and High or First and High over by Maiden Voyage. One of those two intersections. I feel like it needs to be showcased more because now with the statues and everything, it's kind of like behind the statue. I talked to one of the members of the Legion, American Legion, and he said they have no issues with it, which is great. But again, like I said, I feel like if we need to showcase it and we're revitalizing Selma, it would look so much better. And then also the lights. I feel like I've been seeing the same multicolor lights since I've been growing up. I think it's time to evolve, grow, and maybe add some warm lights. Just like I said, we can't just stay in the same area. We need to expand. We're always talking about growing and so because I've been picking everybody's brains. I'm on the Parks and Recreation, and I asked Liz, and she said she's gonna get in touch with Public Works. So I just want to pick, everybody's brains, every board member's brain. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. I don't know how council feels about that, but if it needs to be an agenda item, I'm more than happy to bring it up. Thank you.
Yeah, I think if you could come to one of those, our meeting at the chambers, because chambers are the one who do the Christmas tree. And might be good idea to tell the board. And but as far as I think right now they have planned to be there, the Christmas where it used to be every year. So,
Can I just ask something quickly? Are we able to get the American Legions to actually be on the bid as well? So they could represent the Veterans Monument and maybe even get them to be on the bid one day, if there's an opening. I mean, I feel like they should be a huge part of making the decisions for the Veterans Monument, and they could help as well. But can they be considered a bid member since they're right there in the corner and kind of represented along with the city? I mean,
We'll have to look at the
if
municipal
you could
code.
look into that, and then
Yeah.
maybe they could ask the veterans. Thank you.
Well, I want to comment also on the location. If we were to consider to move that tree at the Veterans Plaza, it's visible because McCall, which feeds into Second, is like a highly traveled road. Uh, and it would have to stay on a highly traveled road. If we move it to First and High or like a more of an inner intersection, not too many people will see it because not everybody goes onto First and High for their business, but definitely everybody travels on McCall. So if we want to keep it downtown and keep it visible, it has to be on a major intersection, not on a smaller intersection for the tree. That's just my thought.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I also want to remind everybody that is within the chamber's jurisdiction and it's out of the scope of this board and this bid. So that's a great point to bring up at the chamber, that they're the decision-making body.
Yep, thank you. We have your council members.
Well, that one too can be changed by council, so. We are the all powerful. First of all, I want to congratulate the chamber for having such a great event this weekend. It was well attended. The food was excellent. It was good. I mean, we had a good time. You guys did a very good job. Put your phone away, young man. That's disrespectful. No, I'm just kidding. Um, oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Congratulations also to Director Moreno on the new position. He's going to be a great asset to the city of Selma. I know if you've seen any of the Pepe Marquez flyers and videos, he's been producing all that. So we're on it next Friday. Please come out, support. We're expecting a lot of people. I just talked to Pepe today and he was excited to come to Selma. So he said, you guys better be ready because I'm ready. So also, I noticed that the Garrett Robertson building, it's got a fresh coat of paint. I think it looks wonderful. And I think it's up to all you guys that have businesses here. You need to get on rolling, guys, because the other people, they're gonna follow your lead. If you're not doing it, they're not gonna do it. So kudos to the Robertsons. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's white with black trim. It looks awesome. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna match the colors that you guys are looking at, but it's too late now. Too late.
Where are the colors, by the way?
We've been waiting for like.
We could
4
always
years.
add if it matches with the others.
Jurisdiction, right? I mean, you guys need to pick the colors because, people are starting to move on it and, like I said, they already went and did it. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It looks beautiful. I think we're doing the art center. That's gonna be next. We're gonna paint that. I think Scott's gonna go up there on a ladder. But anyway, so thank you guys, Karan. You guys did a wonderful job at the car show. And as you saw, I went back in the grass, even though, well, I was told we couldn't do it, but you saw that it was done. So we're not gonna have our cars in the grass because we're expecting so many people that we're gonna have tables everywhere, and so we're gonna put them on the street by the library. So if you guys have a chance and you like oldies, come on out. It'll be an awesome time. Bring your chair, bring your boogie shoes, and we'll have a good time. All right, thank you.
Speak on Councilmember Osagara's point with the color scheme. I believe the scheme was reviewed by the bid and it got sent to council. Council reviewed and approved the color scheme, correct?
We haven't seen a color scheme here either. Oh, I wasn't here last time then?
Yeah,
Oh, it was last time.
we've seen the color schemes here. It was a document produced, and it was like a flip through booklet. And it went to council and then council had it was a discussion between the council. Yep. Absolutely. I'll review that and then once it's finalized, I'd like to get it on the website as like a hub for business owners to have all the resources there for them. When they have a question, they can visit the website.
How long does it take to adopt once approved by council? So if you approved it, let's say tomorrow, when, right, no, it becomes effective immediately. How long after the meeting approval does it take to get a resolution? Right there and then? Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I was asking, how much time do I have to sneak in a quick color is?
Let's strike that from the record, please.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, it's.
All right. Is there any other public comment? Say that again. On the council meeting?
Thank you. I do have a question, Jose.
Absolutely, yeah.
That I know you getting onto the board for this. Thank you, really appreciate it. I know we have a grants for the remodeling facade and all that stuff. There's a people when calling me, and I wasn't sure who to refer to you guys. So It would be nice if you could put them on something on the website, on the cities or something.
Sure, absolutely.
It's on there.
So it is on the
The grant
website.
is on-
Oh,
If,
okay.
if you go to downtown Selma bid, the grant facade flyer and the application is on the website. And I actually had somebody ask me about it as well, and I emailed it to them and they reviewed it, but we still have not received any applications. So I would suggest you guys kind of, if there's somebody that's interested, everything's on the website.
I-
Yeah.
I have,
After.
I have one completed,
So,
but haven't
and
submitted.
also, and just to add to your point, with this new role, I would love to go to some businesses and let them know about the application. It seems like it's a more in-person type deal. And that's something I'll be taking on because that's how I got the first person to be interested in, is I walked into their business and kind of talked to them about what their needs were. And I'll continue to do more of that. So yes, 100%.
Yeah, there's 80 restaurants, Sokas, and they've been in our town over 20 years. And they are looking into remodeling interior and exterior. So I'll be contacting you. They will call me and give them Jerome's number, but actually
You can give them my number, but if it's a Soka that's on Whitson and Floral, that's out of the downtown jurisdiction. Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
No, so the grant would not apply to them. It has to be, and the website has a map of the businesses that fall within the district.
If
yeah.
nobody applied here, is that money? Now?
No, it's the money generated by downtown business owners, so it's gonna go back into downtown businesses. But I am more than confident that we can get a couple of people to buy into that grant. It just takes education and, relationship building with them to make sure they know about it. Also, one of the barriers that we run into is that the building owners are the ones that have to engage with the application. So it can't just be a tenant, it has to be a business owner who's willing to put up the money for the match. So let's say that the overhead canopies cost $5,000. The city would put up half and the building owner would have to put up half as well. So that's a definitely a conversation between the tenant, the building owner, and the downtown bid to make sure that can happen. So I think that's the caveat where we're getting stuck at, and a lot of them, because if you ask any business owner, they would love to change their facade right away, but they have to talk to the building owner, and it's kind of like a dance between all of us to make sure that we're on the same page. But that's something I'm more than willing to facilitate.
If we don't get enough traction on it, I'd like to recommend eventually we look at it and then present the council about making it a grant versus a matching grant like other adjoining sister cities have done.
So I think there's been talk
Make
about.
it, somebody do something.
Yeah, I think there's been talk about that, maybe that matching part is the sticking point, and we could probably reevaluate that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully on the website is a clear direction. I could tell the people, All right, thank you. And to the item 6, regular business notice to the public. The member of the audience may speak on any of the items not appearing on the agenda, but the commissions may regulate the time allowed to speak to the 5 minutes. I think we're already discussing that. Action items, the social media admin contract.
Yeah, if you look at your agenda, the Selma bid entered into a 3-month extension with Advine for professional social media management services at a rate of 1,800 per month. Okay. Totaling 21,600 annually if continued. This agreement is expiring at the end of the month. Is that correct? September is the last month that we have that 3-month extension. Okay. The agreement covered promotion of downtown events, businesses, and general awareness of the bid through social media platforms. The discussion we have at hand right now is the commission is asked to review the performance of the contract period and determine the direction of the ongoing social media management. The considerations to include are the effectiveness of Advine services in meeting the bid's goals, the level of support required to carry out the social media tasks, the cost of continuing the current contract for a longer term, and alternative approaches to managing social media with a bid. And if you look at the agenda, you'll have some recommendations from staff. Commissioners should provide direction to whether renew the contract with Advine for 1 year or end the current contract and explore other options for managing the bid.
You want to say anything?
Windows quarterly report. And to see what's trending. Those are. Hopefully this, there you go. As far as, account performance, I was able to speak at the last meeting. Hopefully everybody got the review that I think Jerome sent around after the August meeting. Was, pretty astounding numbers as far as, I'm looking at this one's updated for this month. But the Instagram reach, for example, is up 656% versus the 6 months prior to when we were on it. The content interactions, which is a very important one to me, that one is up more than 38,000% this 6 months versus the previous 6 months. Follows continue to grow a lot. Instagram grew 182 just in the last month. I think you had kind of made a little quip at the last meeting. Hey, I want to see Facebook get over 1,000. And we added 500 new followers this month alone, so that's well eclipsed the thousands, up to 1,300 followers. In the 6 months since we've been handling the association social media, we have featured 28 different businesses. We have run 21 different promos, montages of business, a couple of those. And just as a comparison, in the 6 months before we came on, there were 3 businesses featured and 6 posts total. Obviously, we've posted every day, but we've also 28 different businesses in that amount of time. So I've been very pleased with what we've been able to do. I hope you all are also pleased, but I think I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has any.
It's 1,800 per month.
Yes, sir. Whatever the board has on the table, I believe, yeah.
So I believe we initially started with a 6-month contract when we first starst 3 months.
First one was 3 and then it got.
And we extended it to 3 months again, to kind of see the direction it was going. So we move forward for the long-term contract or we look at other options. That's kind of what's on the table for the board.
I think for the bid, since we're going on 2 years with the bid. And I think he's done a great job. However, I think for us, now that we have a PIO director who I personally think he would do an outstanding job for the the bid here. He'll be on the floor. He's very skilled. He's going to be daily on the ground. And really, I really knew that was confirmed to me on Friday. I saw him out with his drone Friday with the veterans when they were putting their new monuments. I mean, the guy's just around. He's from Selma. He knows all the businesses. He's connected with everybody. I think I would have liked to have seen more different businesses on their social medias, the same ones over and over again. I think $1,800, I would like to at least try maybe quarterly, allow our PIO, our new position of running the bid now. And again, like I said, he's going to be out there a lot with the business owners, and maybe come back and look at it if it's overwhelming for him. But I think overall, I would like to try to save that $1,800 for ourselves. I think there's a lot we want to do, and I think there's a lot we need to do, and not just on High Street. We need to have some revenue to go start hitting 2nd Street and West Front Street and First Street, and maybe throw in some incentives of why we're doing this and why you want to be involved in this. And I just feel that if we can use $1,800 towards maybe 2 bands, bring in the DJs, we can try using that for ourselves now that we have, a PIO for the city of Selma. And when it comes to money and we can save and use it for ourselves, I like to try that. I mean, we have amazing sponsorships, but you know, it's always the same sponsorships that we're hitting up for everything. And I don't think they mind, but I think for us, I would like to just give that a shot first and let's see how that runs or that hits. And if we don't have anybody from the public to speak on that, um, you know, I like to make a motion to end the contract with Advine for the first 3 months and look at it quarterly. And if it's something that's overwhelming for him and we don't see a big change, then we could bring it back and maybe bring all different contracts back. But I have a lot of ideas. We could use $1,800. So thank you.
I agree with you 100%, and I will second your motion.
Thank you.
All right,
Any
before
public-
we do this motion, is there any questions from the board that,
I have a question.
Public.
Is this something? Because I think I was gone the last meeting, so I may have not caught up yet, but is this something that could be handled in-house before?
Yeah, to board member Parmenter, so my role as a communication director is already managing the city's social media accounts and creating content for that to promote our city. So it's something that's already in my wheelhouse. So and the mayor has given direction to city staff for me to lead the bid and kind of all of the progress that we're making. It sounds like it would fall within my wheelhouse. Yeah.
Time-wise still, it won't stretch you thin from other duties?
No, it would be a part of my normal workflow probably, as that develops. As you all know, I've been on the job for maybe 3 weeks and it's still developing, like what my workflow looks like weekly. And then, taking direction from city manager of what that looks like. So it's like we're building the plane as we're flying it.
Yeah, no, congrats to you. I just learned that right now that you were PIO. I didn't even know.
It happens, you miss a meeting?
That's why.
No, but yes, to answer your question, yes, I'm
And-
familiar with it.
That's why I'm saying, let's do quarterly and we can look at it. And if it's something
Sure.
that works out really well, then we don't need to look at it anymore. But
I like the growth that we're on. And so, that's why I want to make sure time-wise it's available that we don't, of course, I want to save money too. It's the bid's money. I just don't want to lose traction on it. That's my big thing.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
The
nothing
way-
against Advine,
Yeah.
you know, because of course, $1,800 is $1,800.
I think Jose, we started way back, the downtown, this rhythm, what's going on. And that's why we hire the media, TV people knows what's going on, the events and so much on it. That's why we created this media thing way back. That was the one of this money that we don't want to waste it. We want to use it for people knows what we're doing on it, bringing the people to the downtown. That's why, we were doing so much things on, hopefully that cities continues to do those. Sign changes, benches, trash, and so much for, so we want to let the people know that too. So I think it's very important, like Perminder saying it, we do need to be continuous for right now. See that where are we going? We created this bid 2 years ago, so we could promote downtown, bring the business to the downtown. So in order to do that, these days are meeting. Without that, we can't really do that. Especially that he's saying it's 650% in social media. That's really good, right?
Yeah, but we have another professional as well, and he's beyond professional as well. And I think if we can save $1,800 a month and try it quarterly and see how it goes, it may double. But until we give it a shot and a try, we're not gonna know. So I think we should give it a shot, give it a try. He has every opportunity to come back to us and say, this is too overwhelming for me. Let's go ahead and bring back Advine, all these contracts again and look at everything again. I don't have a problem with that, but I would like to just give it a shot because he's phenomenal with his videos. He's phenomenal with how he does the advertising. As you see, have you guys seen in 15 years from what I've seen, but how his growth of everything. And like I said, he is very much aware of all the businesses here already. He deals with all the vendors already for all our the downtown bid vendors that come in. So those are other businesses that he's really affiliated with. So I just, again, would like to just give it a shot and then we can look at it again. I mean, that's what is that? My 5,200 for 3 months. Am I doing my calculation correctly? And you know, there's 5,200 that we could do something with the next 3 months. So, and then at the same time, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna look at the growth of social media or not.
No, that's fine. I know we spent some times to be budgeted out for the next year. And now we are trying to changing some stuff and we could use that money for somewhere else, wherever we can. Remember that last time? We budgeted this 21,000 to do that media things in there. So now we have the money we could, if we want to use it, you know. So we have a motion and we get a second.
Let's, should we open it to public comment before we take a vote?
Yeah.
So,
Anybody from the public have any comments on this matter?
That the bid would have as a result of this, this change, which I support. Nothing gets Advine. They've been great. They brought the bid to this stage where now they can hand it off to someone who's a professional, who's doing this for the rest of the city as well. It's just a seamless set of duties that Jose would have, which would carry over to the bid. But you mentioned something earlier about the downtown storefront improvement. With the additional revenues, maybe you eliminate the match and you just make it a grant instead of a mandatory match. One way to use the savings.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Okay, we got one more comment. No worries.
Stella Ramirez. Okay, so it's 1,800, is it quarterly, right?
Monthly.
Or monthly?
Mhm.
Okay, so 1,800 a month, that's,
5,400.
I got 21,600, right?
Oh, month,
Um,
quarter.
Right?
It's a lot of work too, ma'am. So they have to come here, they have to make it videos and put it on social it. So there's a lot of work to it. Yeah.
But that's what Jose Moreno's doing, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay, so I agree with, Mrs. Robertson. I think that we should, put a hold on that and just let, Jose Moreno take care of it, because right now that's what he was hired for. And like she said, if he gets overwhelmed, then maybe we can call him back. But let's just do this on a trial basis, because right now he's doing what, you know, what was originally being done by this company. But, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Right? We got one. Maybe four.
Brian Ramirez. I agree with Board Member Robertson. I just feel like it's no disrespect to the gentleman. I'm sure that he does a great job, but she does. I've seen the social media.
Yeah, it's a good.
But I feel like we're paying two people to do the same job. So why not just save the money and just invest that somewhere else? Christmas decorations. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding. No, but seriously, you know, we're all again, this day and age, it's all about saving money. Everything's so expensive. I know you guys are most of you are business owners, and it's expensive. I'm a homeowner. It's not cute. Let me tell you that much. So yeah, I think we should save money and just invest it in somewhere else. Thank you.
All right, Jose, this all gonna be on you, buddy.
so, so for clarity, the motion on the table is to allow Communication Director Moreno to handle the social media content creation for the Selma bid for 3 months and then revisit the performance in 3 months to see if we need an outside vendor. Is that the motion on the table?
That's the motion.
Second.
Any other question from the board?
Let's do a roll call.
All right.
Board Member Braden,
Yes.
Board Member Robertson,
Yes.
Board Member Kran Singh, Board Member Ramza Corey,
Yes.
Board Member Sahota,
Yes.
and Board Member Parminder Singh.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I absolutely want to say thank you. Thank you for your team. Your team did a great job of, you know, producing that content, and the video and the photos were amazing. So thank you so much for your team.
I would also like to say thanks because we definitely saw the difference in the last 6 months. So this decision is not a reflection on your performance. It's simply an effort because the city is already paying a person to do that. We're hoping that that person can cover both. And if it doesn't, you would be the person we go back to for additional help. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And Jose, I don't know if there's a password or something that city has from all these.
Yeah,
medias.
I believe city staff has access and
Okay,
also
they
the
have.
Advine team has access as well. So we'll make a transition.
Items, first discussion item is the Halloween, trunk or treat and a shop small Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. So the bid has partnered with the Chamber of Commerce for the annual Trunk or Treat event. As a part of the partnership, we agreed to host a vehicle and hand out candies and downtown Selma items, a sticker. I just want to revisit who's taking the roles in developing that and document that. And also for Small Business Saturday, commissioners are invited to share ideas on what we can do for that day for downtown businesses, potential activities to include, and this is actually feedback that I obtained from downtown businesses. I went walking and talked to a few of them. So this is their ideas. Sidewalk sales. I don't know what that looks like, but somebody suggested doing a sidewalk sale, allowing the merchants to put items on the sidewalk. Another idea was inviting pop-up vendors or bounce houses to sell their crafts, maybe in a parking lot on High Street or on High Street, whatever you all feel is best. Some kind of holiday passport where they can go to different businesses, special promotions, like if they do like a 20% off, raffles, giveaways, and social media spotlights that highlight each business for the small Saturday. So the discussion items are two. It's what are we doing for the trunk or treat and what can we do for shop small Saturday?
For Halloween truck and treat, the chambers is, gonna be helps from our board. Members could make it out there or even want to donate some candies or bring it over. Pretty sure chamber would be appreciated. Whatever we can to we make this event. Unless anybody have questions, I want to.
So we could bring our vehicles or golf cart and just add to your guys' line and give out candy as well. It's that,
That's gonna be in the park, Lincoln Park, and
Mhm.
they're gonna shut down the road, right?
But I understand the trunks are going to be facing the sidewalk, so you're pulling your vehicle in backwards so the children can walk on the sidewalk and get the candy. Again, for the last meeting, we talked about having one downtown Selma vehicle there with a banner and
Yeah.
maybe us rotating or one of us volunteering, potentially all of us donating a bag of candy to hand out that day. I just want specifics, like who is going to facilitate that, whose vehicle are we using, who's,
So if I recall correctly, Rosa was gonna use her truck and we each were gonna purchase a bag or two of candy and the banner was supposed to go on her truck. We could definitely reach out to her and double check if that's the case. If not, then we'll figure out another vehicle. But yes, that was the idea, is the bid to have one vehicle, so the bid is represented and have the banner on it, get it decorated and put the candy in it, and we will rotate sitting basically whatever shifts we needed at that vehicle.
Do you have a banner?
I can take care of the banner.
Banner.
I'll get the banner. That
Yeah.
might come out of the reserves, like the contingency money that we have. So also we could either bring the candy to the next bid meeting because it's before the event, I believe. So if everybody can remember to bring a bag of candy then. If not, you come to my office. I'm currently housed at the Selma Fire Admin Building. Feel free to text me or email me and come by anytime. I can collect the candy in my space and have it come out on the 25th, correct? Nick, it's on the 25th? Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
How
So
much
yeah,
are we bringing?
you can bring a bag. Yeah,
Can we give you like a $20 and then you buy it at one place, whatever? Remember,
if you guys want to donate the money and then I can go purchase it, that makes it easier, yeah, if you want to do that.
Costco has great bags.
Uh,
They're the cheapest.
Costco, I don't go to Costco.
probably
Big bag.
do that.
Yeah, or a downtown business.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like, it's a member donation if you guys
We
want to
have-
donate it. Yeah.
money now.
Yeah, but I think the idea is for us personally to donate the money so we don't tap into the.
That was the idea of just a small donation of a bag of candy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
If you don't mind, would you send us an email reminder around the 20th? Because I'm sure we get caught in other things and in case we forgot, this way, it's just a reminder to all the, the board members to, hey, remember when you're at Costco or whatever. I'm not advertising for Costco. But they have good value for those big bags. So just to bring a bag by and.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send an email out as we get closer to the meeting to reminder for the candy.
At least a
Thank
week.
Yeah, that's why I was like, because we all get busy and we will forget.
So it sounds like Rosa's truck is gonna be there. If that changes, we'll figure that out. Do you want to do a rotating basis? Is everyone gonna be available that day? Is who's not available? Just let me know if you're not available now. That way I can just be aware. October 25th, it's a Wednesday. And also, just a heads up, it's also in collaboration with National Night Out. So police and fire will be there out there too. So it's a big city event as opposed to just a chamber event.
October 25th is not a Wednesday,
Sorry.
that's a Saturday, and that's the band festival. I doubt that this is the trunk or treat.
Sorry, let me,
9th,
It must be after that.
October 29th. is-
it is a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday.
Find out exactly. 29th, Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's why when everybody said 25th, I was like, wait, I remember that date vividly because Shar was telling us the band festival, everybody
24th.
sign up.
Yes.
So-
Well, what are the times from 5 to, is it start at 5 or do we know the time?
2 members of the chamber.
So I'll do the 7 to 8, if there's a 7 to 8,
I'll take,
or 6 to 7, one of those two.
I'll do early.
And if there's nobody, I'll do 6 to 8. If there's,
What time
you
does
know,
it start?
we don't know.
Oh.
Nobody knows.
5 or 6.
Wait, I should check that.
So Nick will find
Have
out.
Member Robertson committing to be there from 6 to 7 PM.
Yeah.
Take the first shift.
First shift is 5 to 6?
It probably is.
Okay,
Put me in early.
that's good, that's
5:30
good.
to 7:30, guy, 2 hours.
Oh.
Parminder, you're there from 5 to 6?
Yeah. I will be there 2 hours.
I'll be there. The first part of it.
Okay, well, I guess
Okay.
we're.
I will be there. You're the night.
I have you all on record committing to be at this event. But I also want to bring to your attention, you will all have fancy new polos that say downtown Selma right over there. At the end of the meeting, you can pick out your size and it'd be a good time to debut your new polo.
Perfect.
And I'll ensure that we have a banner out there in front to start getting our brand out. That's the easiest way to get our brand out.
Yeah.
One-on-one interaction with folks. So pick out your shirt at the end of the meeting.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah.
Easy.
For sure.
The selling for it.
So the next discussion,
With a small donation.
the next discussion item is the Shop Small Saturday of kind of just developing what we want this to look like. As a reminder, Shop Small Saturday is the day after Black Friday, where we encourage people to shop at their local vendors, buy Christmas presents or any holiday presents from your local downtown community. That's kind of our goal this year.
Can I, Jose, can I have you make us a calendar for the bid that has all these dates that we confirmed already? Because I can't remember if we actually confirmed those dates or not on anything.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
At the last
so-
meeting, we confirmed all of the events for the year and we locked in dates. If you guys remember, I think it was Director Liz Fletcher was facilitating that meeting. So I'll get those dates and I'll put them on a calendar and I'll send them out to you guys.
What's the date for this one? For the,
It's gonna land on
So the after Black Friday.
yeah, so what
Which
is
is a
that?
Saturday.
Saturday, what? I
the
mean,
29th, November 29th.
November 20, that's what I need,
Yeah.
November 29.
November 29th.
Okay, so just so I could understand a little bit about this sidewalk sale, right? That's,
It's open to discussion,
Right,
whatever
okay,
you all
so-
want, yeah.
if I understand it correctly, or if we're trying to get creative with it, so we could sell any items we want in front of the street, or do we want to, I talked to a couple of ladies at the mobile home that the one off Dinuba. And they wanted to sell their crafts and items and stuff, and they're not allowed to anymore there. So if we can adopt, just like we were gonna adopt artists to use our building, the front of our building, when that time comes, or we're gonna do the art hop, maybe we can encourage some of those people who sell crafts to to come and sell that day. I mean, that's a possibility. Another thing, maybe the bid can sell something ourselves. I don't know what, but we maybe can be shirts like Rams is saying, but you know, we could be creative enough to sell something maybe ourselves. I don't know. But that's just my ideas for now.
That's a really good point, about the craft sales from the folks from the, mobile home park. Um, to have them come downtown and be a part of that interaction. I think it's a great idea. Another option on the table is closing down one of the parking lots, and having the vendors like line up as a small, small vendor fair, not shutting down the street, but putting them in the parking lot next to the Robertson Building or next to the hair salon, and allowing, craft vendors to be there, as opposed to shutting down the street where, parking's already limited. So that's just an idea too, having like a, they call it like a craft fair, in that area.
I like that idea because like the more items you have, the more people are attracted to downtown. We just have to be careful. There's a fine line between that and creating a competition for the downtown business owners. We don't want to have that backlash later saying, oh, well, you brought somebody with no overhead, no rent to pay, and now they're competing with me.
I think we would,
So we would be
make it,
careful with the vendors.
make it very specific to vendors who do craft items.
Okay,
And as you know, no craft item
Okay.
is the same, like somebody's
right, right.
knitted sweater may be different than something that's inside the stores.
Yeah,
So limiting, like commercial items, not allowing that,
right.
just kind of looking
That's
for,
my point. It's
yeah.
like just making the guidelines clear so we're not having,
Absolutely.
to deal with the aftermath.
Absolutely, yeah.
Get it. Another thing, like if Ramza wants to sell her coffee that day, and do, Java or something, and maybe the bid, I could get somebody to do bake items, and then we could do a combo of that, and see what we could raise for the bid on that part in the parking lot, just so we could get it to be filled, and it's something everybody would like to, maybe be part of, and maybe other vendors, or I'm just trying to think like who else we can invite to be there with the booth, because they're out on West Front or somewhere else. Maybe we could get creative in there, to give them a booth in there in the parking lot, so they're more, but it's the bid, and they're in the area. And they are part of the bid, so we should have maybe ask them if they want to be part of the parking lot, what you're talking about, who we could also add to that, but
Absolutely. And that's one of the, if they don't want to move their items to the parking lot, away from their building, the other idea was doing that passport where they can go to businesses on High Street and all the different streets. We're not closing down any streets.
right.
But they can go to, I'm trying to think of a business that's off the main street. What's the cowboy, the store, what's it called? Herrera's. Yeah, let's say for instance, they go there, they go to Herrera's and they get like a stamp. And so something that has them go to the place and interact with the business owner, and then maybe they could be entered into a raffle, something that encourages you to travel all across downtown as opposed to just High Street. That's
Yeah.
kind of what the goal is to visit all of our businesses. And maybe I develop some kind of graphic that shows the map. These are the participating businesses, with the star on the map. Go visit them, and then get a stamp for your passport. And maybe we could raffle off some prizes to those who do it. Make it an all-day thing as opposed to from the hours of 7 and 4, whatever we're doing. But
Can even ask the businesses if they're willing to give a small discount for people with that passport, because now it's double incentive. Hey, if I went there, I'm gonna get 5% off and I'm gonna be entered in a raffle. And so that's kind of like up to the business owners. We're not forcing them, but if they do that, we put it on that map, like, hey, that store is gonna give this much off if you present your passport.
got it. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
you want to do the yard sales, do they need to get a permit?
Are you talking about a sidewalk sale? Like, yeah, the sidewalk sale came from a particular vendor on High Street wanting to put items out in the front of their business and sell their items, but just pulling them out and putting them in the front. I'd have to talk to with code enforcement to see what that looks like. But I know other cities kind of do that. I've seen, it's for a day, so I would connect with them to encourage that. Put some items out on the front of your business.
Yeah,
I
if
could
it's
look
a
into that.
one-day thing,
Yeah.
I would encourage the city and code enforcement to waive those requirements, because that's the idea. We're trying to make sure that downtown is pedestrian friendly, walkable, that kind of stuff. So having the items on the sidewalk encourage people to kind of take a look and purchase something. And it feels that the business is getting something in exchange of that fee that they pay in the bid that other businesses outside of the area don't get, because we don't allow sidewalk sales all over town. But for that one shop small Saturday, I think that would be a good perk to tell the businesses, hey, we're gonna give you that option on that day.
Yep, and you nailed it. Ramsey nailed it. That's the idea behind all of these ideas, is to create a feeling of commerce that day. Like, we want you to come out and spend your money with our businesses. So all of these things combined create that environment of, visiting our businesses. So I think we could work with that, work with the city to do that. That would make some of our vendors very happy to kind of just do a sidewalk sale to entice people to come into their building. Good point.
Continue in discussion next time, or?
If we're good with the idea of a small craft fair in one of the parking lots, I'll let you guys decide which parking lot. Developing a passport, asking businesses to provide a small discount, and allowing vendors to do a sidewalk sale. I could move forward with those items and see what the logistics are on the city side of it. And we can move forward if that's. I mean, there's no action. It's not an action item, but are you guys okay with?
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
would
Yeah.
like to move with the items that you just decided. The only thing we would have to decide on which parking lot to use. So whatever we
Across the
think.
Voyager, that parking lot right there, yeah.
Which parking lot?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
The only one, that one's a little uneven. Is that
Oh.
parking lot is little, so the one next to the Gara building is a little, that's smoother, yeah.
Oh.
The other one has got like
Right.
uneven, that's the only kicker on that
That
one.
one is like more open,
Yeah.
the people could see around it.
Yeah, it's more visible, yeah,
More visible.
definitely more visible.
But if it becomes harder for people to
Yeah.
set up, then we'd rather have the even pavement on on the Robertson's Gara parking.
Can the bid recommend to the city council to, changing to subjects, but to get that redone? 'Cause I thought the trees were getting,
They can get it redone in time for this fair.
no, I'm just saying.
Out of our jurisdiction.
Oh, yeah, so approved. That's approved. We just
Um,
need some
oh.
pay for it in this style.
Excuse me, but if we
Approved.
go down that route, Robertson Guerra, we just could give the business owners a head up ahead of time, because that's one thing they always say. No one told them anything. Nobody I just hope, I know it's gonna change, but just a big reminder and big heads up, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
That's been a lot of the feedback when I visit the businesses. That's what they give me, is that they don't get enough heads up
Yeah.
on certain items. So I'm going to try to repair that relationship and make sure that they're aware of all of the things that we've been doing.
Okay.
Yep, public comment.
In terms of that craft fair, that's an awesome idea. Maybe developing on that. Not to add any more to the PIO's ever-growing list of activities he's got to engage in, but after COVID, we had this idea called Bear Bucks, where the city would actually invest in businesses and get gift certificates for people. The idea is not to give huge amounts of Bear Bucks, but enough for people to incentivize them to go visit those stores. If you would have time, Director, to go to those stores and see who would participate in that among the craft participants, the bid looks like they're gonna have a little bit extra cash here. So it might be able to invest in some gift certificates from those stores that the city buys, so the shopkeep, they win, they get money. They get money for those gift certificates. And then people would go in, maybe overbuy, vintage marketplace. You get a
Yeah.
$30 Bear Bucks pass, you're probably gonna spend $100 before you leave there. So everybody benefits from that. Maybe an idea for the future.
Yeah, that's, I know Kingsburg's done it too, but you can give away as a raffle, promote on social media, follow us, And the bid is giving away a gift, you know, win this raffle, win some bad bucks, huh? Yeah, yeah, any business downtown. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll revisit that with city staff to see what the logistics were behind that, but that's a great idea. That's really, you made a great point. They're gonna spend more money than what that gift card is for, so it's a good idea.
So we leave it up to you, parking lot you want it.
Okay,
No, we don't need a motion.
no motion. It was just a discussion item, but it sounds like we got good direction.
Item three, the bid.
Yeah, if you look at the agenda item, the bid anticipates opening one commissioner seat within the coming weeks, which would be my position. A call for applicants will be issued out and the applicants will be reviewed by the city council. Under the municipal code, commissioner terms are set for 1 year. However, there are no provisions on the term limits, the attendance participation requirements. Below, you're going to see there's a list of upcoming expiration for members. It looks like we have a few more coming up next month. So I just wanted you all to be aware of the expiration dates and that we are planning on to open my seat up to the community as well. But the discussion is to consider whether the board should adopt its own guidelines in regards to meeting attendance, event attendance, and commissioner roles during bid events, general expectations of commissioner participation. So that's a discussion for y'all to decide if you feel everybody's actively participating, or we set up guidelines that you have to attend X amount of events, or you can't miss X amount of meetings. That's kind of what this discussion is about.
I mean, it's a 1 year term. I think that goes fast. Why don't we have it like 2 years term? Because if the commissioners get on the board, try to get the new persons and try to learning it, then we kick them out in a year. So I think it's like a 2 years term. That's
I would also like to add, if you miss 3 meetings within the year or the 2-year term, or depending, that they will be eliminated. And from what I'm hearing, I know more people are going to be applying. They want to be part of this now. So I don't think we're going to have problems with people wanting to be involved. And we just got to look to see who's going to participate. And I don't just mean here at the meetings, I mean involved. So for the events.
Great feedback. So from what I hear, potentially expanding the term to 2 years and potentially adding, if you miss 3 meetings, your seat is expired, or there are other ways to deal with that. So
yeah, the 3 meeting. if
But
you
I would
miss
say 3
all,
meeting a
you
year,
have
not
a-
3 meeting every 2 years. Because like
I agree.
75% participation, right? You have 12 meetings a year, you can miss 3, but not more than that. And that makes it.
Yeah, unless that 3 of you are sick or something.
Right. Yeah.
Right, Rose?
Right. Three.
If you're sick on it or couldn't make. That would.
so we like my daughter's attendance, like an excused absence or unexcused absence. Is that what you're saying?
Saying it.
We want to differentiate the things.
Yeah, we'll come up with that. You're going to bring a doctor's excuse.
And again, this is just discussion. Yeah.
Can you
So-
make it easier to kick me off?
It's that'll
Make it 1 meeting.
whatever we come up with still has to go to council. Is that correct? Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to bring up. Right now, it's just a discussion item, like what are your dreams? And then I'll bring it back to city staff to see how it can be interwoven into the municipal code. If it can, it becomes a set of rules that's part of this body by itself, but we just enforce it as a body. And then if there's any changes to the code, then it goes to council and it moves forward. But I just want to hear your wish list right now, and I could bring it to city staff to see how we can
I like the
implement
idea
it.
of 2 years because before we blink, now we have to fill out the paperwork again and submit it. And like, if you miss that, now you could be a good board member working and doing everything you could. And then over a technicality, you get kicked off. So most boards I'm on are a 2-year term just because it gives you enough time to, make a difference on the board that you're serving on. So I like the idea of a 2-year term.
Wanted a number of terms?
No, as long as you're a business owner in downtown, I think, and you're willing to serve your value, and bring value. It's just,
We all giving other this free time.
Sure.
yeah.
City should be
Yes.
appreciated, so.
Another point of discussion is like officer positions. Do you want to rotate officer positions? Do you want to have them expired every year so everybody gets an opportunity? It's a discussion for you all.
Every year is free, yeah.
Or officers, yeah.
I think that'd be good because we want, other people to learn how to run a meeting, and it just gives them the opportunity to also do that so we could get them ready. If they want to run for any other positions in the cities, it'd be great for them. Could add it.
Noted. So with the board majority, they can decide to reorg the officer positions. Yeah. I'll bring it to city staff to see how we could do it.
That's on it. Any reimbursement, anything like that in the, let's say.
The municipal code says that they should be a business owner.
Reimbursement?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
And then, what now?
I'm sorry.
We had
Reimbursement for if he spends some money, to. I don't know.
something
think-
that's approved, you mean like
If
an
it's approved by the bid, the bid
approved by
pays
the
for
bid?
it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Isn't that in there if you?
I think right now, the way we're doing is the vendor directly gets paid through the city.
yeah.
If that's the case, if it's a sponsorship, then the sponsor will usually pay, like say the band, they'll pay them directly sometimes, but usually the vendor will get paid through the city staff and issue a check. I think it's like 30 days ahead of time. We have to have that.
And I think it's cleaner that way.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be
Yeah.
mixing
Got it.
personal funds with. City
Are we at member report or where are we at? We're at the
Alright.
we are at staff update.
One more
go ahead.
on, Karan and myself. Well, are we gonna find out do you remember when we joined, Karan? Did we find when we,
No, I'll have to look at the
do you-
when the city council approved your application, that's your start date. So I'll have to go
You're
back
outta
and look at
here.
that. If you noticed that it was August was the last time that was updated, I think that was Alicia's last week. So I can update it with the newer updates. You're never leaving. That's the problem. You're staying on the board forever. Yeah.
If we are rerunning on the board again, do we need to fill up the application or can it be considered as a automatic renewal or something?
From my understanding, it has to be opened up to the entire public to essentially rebid. So you have to reapply
Bye.
to give other community members the option to apply as well with you. And it's the council's authority to review all the applications and approve the next member. So that's why it's important
So
to
you're
fill out
doing
that
that?
application. Yeah.
Like you need to reapply,
Okay. Okay. So you should be,
reapply.
well, I'll revisit that. Yeah. Okay.
Time flies, really.
So we move on to staff updates.
Jose, do we need to submit then these revisions of 2 years to city council for approval?
Oh, so it's not an action item. Right now it's just a discussion.
But do we put it on the next, to?
Yeah, if you want to request a future
Any
agenda item.
changes?
Yeah, yeah. So let me take your recommendations and I'll take them to the staff to see how it could we can implement them. Great. All right, anything, we're on the staff update item. So is there any more discussion about those events? Sorry, I want to wrap that up.
I think we're good.
Good, great. Okay, staff update, I guess that's me. I just wanted to share, I went to the Fowler Wednesday nights in the park, last week. They always have a great turnout, but one of the things that really stuck out, and I'm just putting the bug in your guys' ear, is that, and it's something that I think, Member Rose is already kind of developing with transit systems, is that they have golf carts that are driving community members to the event because of the parking is so rough sometimes. So if you park a couple blocks down the way, there's a golf cart that's, I don't know if it was City or Rex, but it had the City of Fowler logo on it. And they took the folks from their parking spot, which is far from the event, and brought them to the park, and they kept doing that throughout the night. And I thought that was a really good idea, especially when folks are sometimes saying there's not enough parking for these events. And what I don't want is the parking to be a deterrent for folks to come out and spend the night in the park, right? We want to make sure that we're being accessible to a lot of folks, especially our older demographics who can't walk that far. So that's just something that I'm putting out there that I noticed in Fowler, and I thought it was a great idea of having like volunteers drive golf carts, and I think it's maybe 2 carts, and picking folks up along the way. So I just want to plug that in when we have future events or future items where where we have a lot of attendance, and people are concerned about parking. That's something that we could develop.
So for council, we need you to purchase a golf cart for the city of Selma.
Yeah. I have, so we were talking to some of the residents at Mobile, the same place, right? And so they're asking the transit for Friday if they will go every hour, depending on what they're gonna come up with. They're all talking with each other on residents there. Is it gonna be every half hour or every hour starting at 4? So if, let's just say they go with the hour, so at 4 o'clock, they're gonna get picked up, they're gonna be brought to the park, dropped off. 5 o'clock, they're gonna announce, do you guys want to go back? Anybody want to go back? They're gonna drop them off, and there's another group, they're gonna get on. So every hour, they're gonna go back and forth until possibly 8 or 9, or if they want to go till 10. They're gonna start that off this Friday. So we'll see how that runs, and if it's something the bid might want to take into an account as well. Maybe we can do a proposal with, the Moses Stites, but we'd have to come up with where the areas we will pick up only, certain areas. We don't want to be going to Kingsborough to pick up anybody or somewhere too far, but just exactly what Director Moreno was saying, that we can do something to that effect, but maybe we can add it. But we'll see how it goes for this Friday. They are requesting it so far, so we'll see. So we'll just see how that comes about, but I think it's a great idea.
Great. Yep, that's the only update I had. I just want to put that out there, is that, I thought it was a good idea that Fowler was doing. Next is the request for future agenda items.
I have one. Now, and this is the reason why I wanted to try out that, saving that money. I definitely want to bring in on one of those. We haven't decided in all the bands for all 4 of our events, right? So I would like to put on the agenda for us to do Battle of the DJs for one of those events. What day we want to go with it, I'm not sure, but I would definitely like to add one of those for the events, and then if we do get it passed, what DJs we want to bring in, and how much they charge. So I would definitely like to add that.
Yes, for the Food Truck Friday events, right?
Yes,
Yes.
the food trucks.
Got it.
Item from. I like to be added to the item. I want to see progress on how we're doing on those signs and,
Mhm.
also trash cans, what are we doing? I joined way back when it's missing on it, I haven't got it.
Noted. So the progress on the benches, trash cans, and the status of those projects.
And also, if you could tell us how much those were, because I probably would like a long sleeve for the winter, and I'll pay that myself. you.
I'll have to connect to see how much those were.
Thank you.
Here's else to discuss. May I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great rest of the week. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Don't forget your shirt.
Sure.